What is up? Man, I'm on the West Coast, waking up early. We're in the Discord, and we said, hey, why not do an up to lock show? We got another great slate, another big prize pool, right? Especially if you go for the 333 entry here live with Susie Suze and Maddie Ice, and we'll see who else joins us today as we're going up to lock. Maddie, how are you feeling about the slate today?
I think it's a fun one today. I think there's plenty of options. We saw a ton of upsets in the first 2 days of the tournament, so we have some players we definitely didn't expect to see here today. So I think it should be fun. I think it'll be a good day to. Like Kate Fallick was talking in the chat. I think it's a good day for a stud and dud approach. We've just seen so many upsets and such just poor form from some of these players. I think you can really get a little wild today.
All right. Susie, what are you thinking of today's slate? I'm with you. If you're going GPP, I definitely like the stars and scrubs approach. And then I struggle to build a cash team. So I'm going to get your thoughts on that a little later. But overall, what are your thoughts before we dive into these individual matches?
And I think if you go stars and scrubs, there's a few stars up there. It's who's going to really do the best. I mean, you saw some of these guys put up massive scores yesterday, massive ones. And, there's Nick up there who, if he wins in straight sets with his ace upside, he can absolutely smash. But, he doesn't have – I can see that maybe going forward. He could easily drop one there. Mateo has an easy matchup. You have Coco up top. But will she double fall? Like, who's going to score more between the girls and guys up there? But, I mean, you have some great easy plays up top that are going to smash. Well, that should smash.
All right. And let's get the opinion of the man who seems to just ship in every single sport. Big T, like, have you ever even picked up a racket and you're still shipping tournaments here in tennis?
Make no mistake about it. I come for you guys on the tennis court. I actually like tennis. I haven't played in a long time though. It's been a minute since I've actually played. Got to come on with the crew though. You guys picking winners, and today's the first round of that final, so I need to talk to the experts here.
All right. Well, let's dive right in. I guess why don't we start with your favorite value, Maddie? If we're trying to get to stars and scrubs, who are the values we should be targeting to get up to these top range players? I think you're muted still.
Yeah, I mean, me and you were talking a little bit in chat. I like this Mandalay girl. She's got a ton of talent. Owens has been all over the place. She just has not looked good. She gets in her own head. We see this a lot. I hate to call anybody a mental midget, but she just gets in her own head, and all of a sudden she can't find the court. I know how much you like this Mandalay girl. She's incredibly talented. I don't mind taking shots at her. Garcia has been in an absolute incredible form, but similar to a couple of weeks ago when I was on Karatsev against somebody who seemed like an obvious pick. I have a terrible gut feeling about Garcia today. I'll have a few shares of Kalinskaya. Why that is, I don't know. Me and Garcia just don't vibe, as Susie knows. Me and Garcia don't vibe, but I've been playing Garcia for the last month. I don't know what it is this morning when I was going through the matches last night. I was up till 2 going through all the matches. Something just doesn't rub me right about the matchup. So I'm going to be off Garcia. I'll probably have a share of Kalinskaya. Other than that, like way down here, I think Kuzmova could be interesting. Shelby Rogers tends to get wild at times. I expect Rogers probably to be slightly popular because everybody loves to play the Americans here. Other than that, you can start getting up into this like more middle range, lower sevens where you got Singer who just thumped Halep. I know JJ's on Marino. Obviously Layla Fernandez, she was the runner up here last year. Even with the form Samsonova's in, you have to consider her as a live dog.
Yeah, I agree with you there. A couple here that I'm looking at. I know everyone likes Snigger. I like the 2 above her just for a little more. I'd rather play Osorio and Layla here. I know, Susie, you disagree with me, though, on Layla. You're loving Samsonova's form right now. Should I stay away from that Fernandez
It's
play?
not that I disagree with you. I mean, I even last night messaged Matt in the Discord. It's one of those that I'm trying not to overthink. I mean, Samsonova was an absolute tear last week. I mean, for those that are playing this week and didn't play last week, she was over like 60% owned on every slate, no matter who she was playing, and absolutely mauling these girls over, like just destroying them. And then you have Layla, who was on one of those slates, who just sucked, and she has her double fault issues. So if she wins, I mean, her score could be her with double fault issues, but she is. I mean, she was on a tear last year at the U.S. Open, and you say she loves these courts, and so I start, can Layla find that form? But she has a tough match ahead of her here.
Yeah,
I feel like that's got 3 written all over it.
Could easily go 3, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point. One thing I think that we get tricky here going into the U.S. Open is Cincinnati plays the exact opposite, right? And Cincinnati's so much better for Samsonova than, say, this U.S. Open that's slower and it kind of just feeds into a grinder like Layla, who's just going to wear you down and get to every ball here. So there's some good ones there. Big T, did you make a core? Like who have you been looking at?
Yeah, I was disappointed because Garcia was going to be the first one in my core. Maddie's trying to scare me off here because I liked her. I don't know. I'm still narrowing down the player pool a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly who the core though. I still, for whatever reason, I always like this. However you say his name, TVR 4600 way down
Van
there.
Richthofen.
I mean, he's got a brutal matchup. He's a huge dog, but what was the tournament that he came through for? What was the big one where he went deep? I remember sometime.
Was that grass or clay?
It was Eastbourne. No, it was grass for sure. It was either Eastbourne or it was one of the ones in his home country, in English country, and then he did all right in Wimbledon right after that. But his game is a lot more
underrated a little bit. I always like to take one like super low dog because if you hit them, that's when you just have a chance to ship huge, and that's what it's obviously all about. It didn't work out yesterday with Venus. She did not fare well. She got totally destroyed for me, but I don't know. I kind of like that dude down there. You got none of you guys give him a chance?
No, I don't think Casper's been phenomenal this year by any means. Your boy K Fat, he is the Casper whisperer.
For Casper. It's just such a good matchup. All he's got to do is get the ball back. He should be able to get some errors. We got another member of the crew joining us. AP Impromptu Show.
Guys?
This is awesome,
guys
man.
And gals.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought AP would still be passed out from its boy sock crumbling.
What happened in that?
What happened? I saw it this morning.
It was hurtful. His back, like something happened to his back, like in set 2, and he got that set done, but he couldn't move. He came out and he got bagelled and he just couldn't move. So it was rough scene, but FanDuel avoided the bet, so I was fine with that.
Oh, they did void it when he withdraws like that?
Yeah,
they did this time.
Do.
Nice. They always do that?
It varies from book to book. Ones will have them go after one set. If one set completes, it counts. But I use Bookmaker, and I know Bookmaker voids. So
that's nice. So they void it even if you win, like if you had the winning side.
Yeah, like what was the real rough one? Who was the girl that hurt her leg yesterday? Oh my gosh. It was at like 5-4. Oh man, Bronzetti. Did you guys see that match? Anyway,
I missed the Bronzetti match.
The other girl was 2 points away from winning the match, and Bronzetti almost pulls her calf or rolls her ankle and has to leave the court in a wheelchair. But if you're on Lauren Davis, you were just absolutely pissed because she was 2 points away from winning. But now all those bets void. And if you're on the total,
the losing chick was the one that left.
Yeah, she was going to lose 2 points.
That's
she
brutal.
Rolled her ankle or pulled her calf. I mean, she was down on the ground. She had to leave in a wheelchair. So, yeah, that does happen. That's happened to me a couple times already there. Although, to be fair, on that match, I was on Bronzetti. AP, is there any particular values that you were looking at that stood out? Because there's no players from your home state on the slate today.
Yeah, I mean, value is tough. I really like Tommy Paul. And full locked arm in arm with Susie on him. I think something's like Korda's been getting it done, but something just doesn't look right. And, he's 0-2 against Korda on hard courts. And I think he wins. I think he wins big. I think he wins in straight sets. The guy's just been playing really good right now. Korda's not. It's just a spot where I think he takes advantage of him. I actually like Jordan Thompson quite a bit. Just, kind of playing off a narrative, just the Gallon coming off a monster win. Those two guys right there, 7K for Thompson, 7.3 for Paul. As far as value goes, they help you open up quite a bit. I'm really concerned about some of the deeper value plays. I was trying to get on board with who you mentioned in chat. I'm always down for like the 4K plays if we can make them work spread. What's her name?
Elizabeth Mandlake.
You gotta. I mean, you probably already sold everyone on it, right? I may have missed that.
Yeah, we talked about her a little on Monday too. So she's the daughter of a player that was in the late '80s, Anna Mandlikova. I don't know where the Ova went, but she's Elizabeth Mandlake, maybe because she moved to America. So she's got the genetics there, and I really like her as an up and coming player. She just pretty much hit the full WTA tour this summer, so she's been flying under the radar. But if you watch her, she's got everything you need. She's got the power and the athleticism. She really just needs the court time and the experience. So it'll probably be next year before we see the full breakout. But if we're looking for dogs here, she's something that I really like to do at this time of the year because Ons Jabeur is someone who's had a really good year. And a lot of times all that tennis can kind of accumulate to this point, right? And so a lot of time that's why we see these big upsets at this point of the year. A lot of these players are really tired. And so I think we get a case with Manlake, who hasn't been playing a lot of tennis, maybe a little bit fresher. Going against Ons Jabeur, who's also had problems, right? Winning matches she's supposed to win. I mean, she's looked great here, and then she's also looked bad. But hey, Susie, I want to go back to you on the Tommy Paul Korda match because we talked about that last night, and I said it's so tough because Korda's had his number, but if you just look at the last month, Tommy Paul's been playing so much better. If you're betting, I just throw that match out the window, and I'm fine like not touching it. But we can't do that on DFS because there's a good chance that the winner of this match is going to put up a really good score. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think if you look back when Korda beat Tommy Paul was very inconsistent. He wasn't dominating, and this year he's had just such a great year that it's hard to overlook. And I'll tell you, Tommy Paul is somebody I never get right. I'll fade him and he'll absolutely smash a slate, and I'll play him and he'll absolutely suck. But I am not happy with what I've seen with Korda. He looks awful. He's missed so much tennis. He's barely played. Where you have Tommy Paul who's playing week in, week out. I just think he absolutely just cruises here.
All right. So
I think one thing to mention on Tommy Paul, just not sorry to jump in on you guys, is Tommy Paul played some damn good players. He's beat Alcaraz. He's beat Cilic. He's beat Brooksby. In recent weeks, he's not playing. He hasn't been playing.
Jack Sock as well, 6'1", 6'1", one of the best players in the world.
That poor guy. If he could just stay healthy, man, he just every time.
Forehand, his backhand sucks, but his forehand is definitely a winner.
I want to go back on Big T. Did you say you liked Timmy before?
I mean, I don't love him, but to take a chance, I could see him winning. Do you like him?
I will say, I when we were doing the playbook last night, I debated putting Timmy on there just because the young American, what's his name, Maddie? The one that beat Red? Can't think of his name right now.
That beat who?
That beat Casper last week.
It was it Holt?
No,
Shelton.
No. Shelton.
Yeah, so the young American, he just cruised through, and he has not looked great. And that's a match that Casper should never lost. So I don't know if he has some lingering injuries. He's had some this year. So
I think that match is going to be really dependent on how Timmy serves, right? Because if Timmy serves like he did the first couple sets of the match the other day against Zhang, he's going to get blown off the court because if he has 12 doubles, in the first two sets, he ain't going to come back from that against Casper, at least in my opinion.
So who's a player I like in the mid-range a lot, which is weird because I don't really think she's that good. I just don't think her opponent's that good either, is Harriet Dart. What do you think about that one, Matty, guys?
Yeah, I went back and forth on that one all morning long, but I mean, Dart's played so many more outdoor hardcourt matches. I think you have to lean on the side of experience here. So I would play Dart. If Galfi won, would I be super shocked? No, I don't think either girl is a spectacular tennis player, but I lean Dart here.
All right, Eric joining us. What's up, man? How you doing today?
It's funny. I had no idea we had a show. Member Eric is here to party, though.
Yeah, no, well, it kind of I didn't either. It just kind of happened in the Discord this morning, and that's why it's great to be a member of RunPureSports.com. If you're not a member, head on over, use that promo code NFL15. It'll give you 15% off your subscription for life. Give you access to Saber Sim and all the cores, all the great content that's putting out. AP's heat map in the NBA. Big T just crushing every single sport. Doesn't even matter what it is. I mean, the guy can like crush League of Legends, not even know what's going on. So make sure you head on to runpuresports.com, become a member. But that's what happens in the Discord when you are a member. Catch us up, Eric. What are your thoughts on the slate?
Oh my God, I've been awake for 10 minutes. Are you kidding me? Let me see.
All right, well, I can come back to you.
Here, I have a question because I was kind of following in the chat a little bit. Are you guys on Risk at all?
I like
Yeah,
her.
I am.
Okay, I just making sure because she's one of the best plays on the whole slate for me,
You
and I was
think
kind
so,
of
huh?
She should roll, man. She really should. Like, doesn't mean
Big
she's
line
going to,
moves.
but she should.
See,
Big line
I'm worried about her matchup here because I think on the slower courts, Osorio can really trouble her. Right? She's another one where the fast courts accentuate her game so much, and on these slower courts, I really think her lack of movement gets exposed. We talked about Osorio on Monday, and she had health concerns. I thought she looked pretty healthy, so I wouldn't be surprised to see an Osorio upset at her price. She's definitely someone that I was considering, but these women's matches are tough to call. So if you guys love Risk, I'm not saying that Osorio's a lock. Go ahead, Eric.
No, I mean I'm just looking at it's kind of a weird slate for me because I usually play tournaments. Like I don't mess with cash games, and when I do, you guys should hop in my games. But the King of the Baseline thing starts today, so I'm kind of playing with that lineup a little bit. It's hard for me not to like this guy at 4K I could be interested in. It's hard for me not to do that, but I don't know. I'm looking right there. Like, who are your guys' locks for something like that? I guess because I know Spread, you play a lot of cash games.
Okay, so for cash, let me see. I'll pull up my favorite lineup right now. I'll see what Susie thinks of it because sometimes she thinks I get a little too aggressive, but I think I did do a good job getting more balance today.
That's why I just hop in the chat. I say send me the link, and I go, okay, give me the lineup. That's how this works, right?
I mean, I think with cash, you probably got to go like Keys or VDZ.
Really?
VDZ.
I was going to ask you about that. I call him Sandshell. That's what his name means in Dutch. So Van Schulp or whatever. I call him Sandshell. So Georgie was one that I hovered over, but I didn't go there when I was making a GPP lineup. But with both them being so inconsistent, don't you think she's live against Keys?
Oh, you're damn right she's live.
Yeah, that's why
I don't trust Madison Keys at all. But then again, I am the American tennis hater of the United States. But I think Camila's damn live. If she serves well, she can hang.
I mean, the line moved towards Georgie overnight.
I think that's the idea that it's a coin flip with how inconsistent they are. The one thing about Keys, though, if it was like a video game, like her stats would go up like 10 points for a Grand Slam. Like she'll look crappy all year and then make the quarterfinals,
But Keys plays very good at home. I mean, look at her last week. She looked great.
Gorgie's her serve in that first set was so bad. I was, of course, watching that match. We all know that my alert goes off every time Gorgie matches come up, and her serve struggled. But as she went on, it did get better. But I got Keys rolling. I really like Madison Keys here. I like JJ Wolf too.
I was gonna say if I did a cash core, I would have Sandshell, JJ Wolf, and Zhang.
What are you guys doing with Sakari?
Who?
Sakari.
I just don't trust her.
Yeah.
Can't trust her at all.
She should smash Wang. I mean, she should literally.
I think that match gets a little ugly. Like I think she spanks her.
Really?
She should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like Sakari quite a bit there. I mean,
at that range though, is there other people you would rather have?
No, I mean, like I think Shelly Rogers is by the odds the exact same play. Okay. If you like, you could go up to Andy Murray. I guess I just don't like clicking on Andy Murray.
I think Nava keeps that one close. I bet.
Really? Okay.
Games. I bet him plus games. Now I'm not saying he'll win, and I don't have him in a DFS lineup, but I just that could be a close one. I think he's got a nice matchup there with Andy.
I don't have ownership up, and maybe Big T does. But is this a spot that we get Sakari lower owned with an overreaction to her playing Maria? Maria plays an odd game and troubles Sakari. I mean, she beat her at Wimbledon as well. Are we going to get an overreaction from that and get Maria low owned? I guess I don't know. I have not seen.
Yeah, I don't think Sakari will be high owned.
I think another thing is she hasn't really played well since for a while.
No.
She kind of really was excelling in the first half of the year and bumped up her ranking. But we haven't seen the best from her lately. Susie, what do you think? What do you think of Maria the Sack Attack, the buffest girl on tour?
The Greek goddess.
So I said she should absolutely crush. She's in a great spot. I just, between her double faults and her inconsistency, I don't trust her. I mean, I know you say you don't want to click up for Andy, but I'd rather click up on Andy Murray. Or just pay down for Wolf or Wu. But I mean, you'll get her low owned for sure.
I like Zhang the most in that range personally, or PCB. Should I be worried going against Bublik? Anyone think that Bublik's live?
Well, I think Bublik's serve will keep it close sometimes, maybe, and maybe he'll get to a tiebreak, but PCB will win.
Yeah, it's just any extended rally, PCB should win.
I cord PCB. I think.
Okay.
Bublik hasn't been great, and I think he just double faults too much, and you can't give a guy like PCB, free points, in my opinion.
Maddie,
I thought he should have been priced. I thought he should have been priced like where Sakari is, a little bit higher, a couple hundred higher.
Yeah. I like PCB a lot today. You were talking about this guy Yibing Wu, and I'll be honest, I haven't watched him that much, and I haven't watched his opponent either. 8,900 though, an attractive price. People seem to be liking him. Can you fill me and the listeners in? Because I'll be honest, I haven't watched him play.
Yes. So I watched the match on Monday. He was quite impressive. Now,
how does he play?
He's got a big forehand. I was actually quite impressed with it. I don't think he moves great, but that wasn't really an issue against Basil, right? Basil's not a great mover. My concern here is this one, and I don't want to dog on any nationality, but we tend to see a lot of the Asian players don't like to go deep into matches. And that's my concern here is I think if Borges wins, I think he wins in straights. And if it starts to get drawn out, I think it starts to lean towards Borges. Those clay quarters, man, they're out in the sun all day long. They'll run for days. That's why you see like a guy like Garin have so much success, right? He just grinds you down until you just literally give up. I could see a similar situation here. I know a lot of people in the industry are on him. I've read quite a few articles. I don't like him nearly as much as everybody else seems to.
Eric, do you like Wu here?
Yeah, I've actually got him in my lineup right now. I mean, I like the, I like the aces from the last match. I liked there were any double faults, right? Sorry, I gotta get my thing bigger here. Like I remember he didn't have very many double faults.
Eric, he did get 4 of those aces in his last service game because Bash stood there.
Okay. So he had some adrenaline going then. All right, that's fine. I mean, it seems like a really good spot. The numbers have it as a really good spot. The line moved 20 cents overnight. I mean, the total's a little bit high at 38.5 for that price, but like I'm fine with Wu.
The total worried me. I was kind of concerned to why it was that high.
Eric, going off line moves, like if you were building like a line move lineup, all right, based on just all the line moves, who are the ones that you're targeting?
Let's see. I'm looking at Sakari for sure. If you want like a cheap dart, and I don't know, you guys might have talked about her. What about Krunik?
I didn't like her. So Susie asked last night about adding her on there, and I just did not want to do it. I just don't think that she has the style. I know Krej isn't playing well, right? And Krej is another one that's a big name that the play is not matching the name, right? We know her as a French Open champion, but she's not playing like a former Grand Slam champion. I just don't know what Krunik's going to do. Krunik beats herself a lot. I mean, I guess if you're going a lot of entries, I think you have to consider her. But if you're only firing like 2 or 3 bullets, I would stay away. Do you think I'm missing something there, Eric?
I mean, it's the line movement's really good on her, and I don't know. It's right now with women's tennis, I'm just willing to fire on about anybody.
You're damn right.
I mean, it just seems like every single day you're seeing a top seed go down. I don't know if like right now I'm kind of struggling because this is what I was talking about with me usually playing tournaments and now kind of forced to play this cash game style, like where I'm just like I can play Krunik and it just seems bad.
I would not play her in cash.
Yeah, no, that's kind of my issue. But I have
she's GPP only.
Then I have to forfeit Berrettini, which is something I don't necessarily want to do.
He's gonna crush.
I know.
It's just hard to get up there.
Yeah, it's an 80 piece just staring at you in the face. It's tough to turn down. Sneager? How do I say this name? Darius Sneager?
I think so.
Okay.
He's another one that's new to me. I think it's rough coming off a real big win like that.
I do too, but I mean like you asked for the line movement stuff. The line move toward her. Marino doesn't concern me. And I hear somebody here's what?
Marino's not that good.
No, so like I mean, could she win here? I think so, and I don't think it's that big of a stretch. So I think Sneager's another. Like I'm kind of torn with my lineup right now. I can go Berrettini and then down to Krunik, or I can go Sneager and then I just come down from Berrettini. I just don't want to. I don't want to fade Berrettini, but I'm not sure I have a choice.
Eric, I'll tell you, if you're thinking about who's going to be higher owned, definitely the Sneager chick because of her big win versus Alep.
But I'm looking at journeys. I'm fine with higher owned.
Yeah. When I was doing the playbook last night, I even told Spread, I said, I think we should put Krunik. I mean, what's her name? Krejcikova's been awful.
I know.
Terrible.
And we said last week, Maddie's like, what are we going to do with her? She's probably going to get low pricing, but she actually is priced pretty high up there. But still, she's I mean, if you're looking for a low and higher price person, it'll be Krejcikova. But she's
ever since she had COVID and the elbow issue, she just hasn't been the same. But I believe her game's close though. I've watched quite a few of her matches over the last couple of weeks. Like I feel like her game's really close. I don't know. I love Krejcikova. She's one of my favorites. She made me a ton of money.
Yeah, she's been good to me too. I think you and I have rooted for it together, Maddie. Like, yeah. I don't know. I might fade. I kind of found a build where I can go Berrettini and Snugger. Like that just can't be her real name.
Let me ask you this, Eric. Are you seeing any line movement on the Fokina match? Because I think Fokina's a smash play today.
Yeah. It moved toward Fokina. 22.
Fuchs has not been able to serve at all. His serve's been terrible. He played Cressy in the last round, who moves terrible, can't return the ball. I feel like Fokina should just absolutely roll here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like he's one of the guys that's he's lingering in my lineup no matter what.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you on him. God, it's just so hard not to force Berrettini in one of these lineups.
I was going to ask you. I was torn between Berrettini and Nick. Which one I want to pay for up there?
They're pretty much the same play. Only Berrettini's. I mean, I think he gets more aces, doesn't he?
Over Nick?
He doesn't. No, he doesn't. But they're pretty much the same play.
Okay, I was. I ran some and I just did one with each because I was.
Yeah. I don't see much difference between the two.
Always Nick.
Yeah, he's so great for DFS.
And he's peaking though too. Like he's literally peaking.
Yeah, Tony's gonna want to root for a guy like Kyrgios, and I'm just.
But he's like peaking. It's not just that I do like him, and I've always liked him.
I know.
Peaking.
I'm 100% sure.
This is when you play that guy. He's gonna murder people.
Yeah, I'm like, me. My favorite tennis players are somebody here, and then whoever is playing Kyrgios. So like,
no, I fully understand.
Dude, I hate this stuff. Like him and Ben Shelton can just go into the moon, man.
You're not worried that his little comments where he said he's ready to get home?
No.
Kyrgios? Okay.
No.
Is his mom still in the hospital, or is she out?
She's doing better from what I've heard. So
I've got bombs on.
What's up? How you doing? Okay, Fallon,
well.
Jumping in, doing well. Always jumping in the Discord, giving out the great cores. What are your overall thoughts on this slate? I'm sure you've been listening to what we've been saying and reading.
Yeah, I apologize for being a little tardy, dealing with a little child who's a piece of crap. We got him to grandparents' house, and now I'm here. I said in the chat, I think this is a play for guys 8.5 and above, and then try to find the value or the two values in like the 6 to 7K that's going to get you there. I heard some of y'all's thoughts. I like some of the players that y'all threw out. I know that y'all are low on Krushkova today, as Maddie likes to call her. I like her. I like her in majors. I'm going to go with her in majors and run her in majors. So I have 5 players that are in 2. I have 3 lineups, and I have 5 players that are in 2 of 3 lineups. Barantini, Sakari, Yibing Wu, who I thought looked great, Madison Keys, and Krushkova. And then I'm playing down low for the most part, or playing the 6 and 7K range. I know y'all brought up Kyrgios. I like. I'm taking a chance on Bonsai as the cheap play that I'm going with, because Bonsai at least has some power that he can get some aces and can really piss off Kyrgios if Kyrgios has some trouble. And who knows? Maybe it works out. It's worth a try. I think that he could win one set and still hit value. So yeah.
I don't hate that at all. I'll always attack Nick. Always.
Why do you say that, Matty Ice?
Because he's a psycho. Like, he's been on a run, and we've played him, right? But Nick's the type of guy that can melt down at any time. We've seen it numerous times. We've seen him break rackets, hit balls out of the damn stadium. Like, if Nick starts to get frustrated, anything can happen.
Man, if they had DFS in the early 80s, you'd be fading McEnroe, huh?
You guys are just, I'm about to lock in this dude. You guys are making me like him more and more. Dude is at an all-time high. Like, he's peaking. He might literally be like the best player in the world. You guys aren't giving him enough credit.
I picked him to win.
It's the best player in the world?
He's right there. Like, he literally is right there. Like, he is.
Now I'm sitting here thinking about going Kyrgios over Berrettini.
That was me last night at like 3 a.m. with this kid. I'm like,
I mean, they're both. Craig's original point is fine. Like, they're both basically the same play. I mean, they're both gonna roll.
I feel Berrettini's safer.
Safer? You guys are nuts.
Safe. He definitely is safer.
Like,
how is he safer?
I think Berrettini's just way more likely to win. Like, he's got like
way more likely to win what? Like,
they're both literally they're both -8 one team.
Because what is Grenier gonna do? Like, I mean,
what are either one of them gonna do though?
I mean, Bonzi could like serve.
Bonzi has talent.
Oh yeah, Bonzi's a far better
bot his way. He could serve bot his way through this.
Okay, I need somebody to talk me into some of these guys, like the 7900 to 8100, like Holt, Gallon, Harriet Dart, Samson Nova.
I don't think
I was gonna ask about Holt. I feel like I have way too much Holt. I don't know if I'm just overreacting to the Fritz win, but I know I was looking back, he seems pretty good. I mean, he has an easy opponent. 10 times easier than Taylor.
I like Holt.
Okay, because I have Holt.
I got him locked.
I have Holt.
I mean, did Holt win or did Fritz lose that match?
Fritz was not good.
Yeah, I mean,
but Lachim's not good.
I know
he's a clay guy.
Yeah, I know. It's such a good match.
How many clay guys are in the second round, Susie?
But like, come on. I mean, do you ever see Lachim being anybody?
Where's Redman? Redman was in chat yesterday just saying Greek's just gonna blow out Correa, and Correa stomped him in straights. Like, these clay guys.
That was crazy.
These clay guys have been wild.
Well, you mentioned it. It's hot as heck there. Those guys are all sweating, and this court does play really slow compared to the rest of the North American swing. So
people are joking about Kyrgios, and let me first say, I 100% think Kyrgios is going to win in this match, but I think that the best chance of somebody to win in the 4Ks is this Bonzi dude. I've watched him throughout the hard courts throughout this run, and he's looked good. He has the ace potential, and as long as he doesn't make mistakes, he could really challenge Kyrgios to a point that Kyrgios it becomes a landmine, and he just completely crushes himself, which is what Kyrgios does sometimes, unfortunately. And you will never see Kyrgios on my teams, and you will always see the potential for a player against Kyrgios on my teams because he always has the potential to explode.
That's interesting. Okay, so you guys already know because I talk about it all the time, but I like Mandlik more in the 4K range, and I might even like Big T's guy Van Richthoven a little more just off the rude fade. I got no interest in Grenier at all. I think that you're drawing dead if you throw him in your lineup.
God, I
Aaron
just looked at Kyrgios's last like 3 months. You guys are all on drugs. Like the dude is so good. He murders everybody. Like he just murders people. You guys are
Because he
worried
hasn't
because
had-
he throws on some antics. Like,
But that's coming from you that doesn't play every tournament. Well, you'll get like Nick like 10K and he'll absolutely collapse out there, and everybody's like, "What the
he
hell
ain't
just
gonna
happened?"
collapse. He's a different player now.
Susie, did you check the Instagram? Was he out with Amanda last night nursing her?
I
toe?
hope he was. I hope he's with her right now. Freaking.
Well, that's true. I don't know if it even hurts because when he won that one tournament in Mexico, he said he was out till 4 a.m.
Yeah, he's like Jordan, gambling all night.
It might be better for him. And the Celtics aren't playing right now.
I hope that Kyrgios wins, and I hope Kyrgios wins the tournament so he'll never play tennis again, because all he wants is his one major, and then he'll retire because he doesn't want to play tennis.
I love that you guys believe the stuff he says. Is my favorite part.
Do you believe him when he said he
believe his
matches after the Celtics lose? Did you see that quote, Big T?
He says stuff for dramatics. It's his image. Like he doesn't. You guys.
Somebody talk me off Harriet Dart.
I can't. I really like her here today. And it's a lot of Golfy fade. Like Golfy's an ITF player. Golfy's not a WTA level player. And some of these people, they lose, like, I was high on Noskova yesterday and she lost, but you see it. You're like, she's gonna be good. I don't see anything in Golfy. So I like that more as a Golfy fade. But yeah, I like Dart a lot here.
God. I just didn't like I've got now my lineup in front of me, and I didn't want to wake up today and be like, well, I need Harriet Dart to win to get there. That's just not a fun spot to be in.
Hey, Big T, who's projecting for the highest own today?
I mean, these slates with 1 million people, I just wouldn't worry about it.
Like, is it gonna? No, I'm just curious. Is it gonna be Wolf? Because I feel like Wolf.
No, I don't see that. I mean, he should be one of the higher ones just because of the price and how good he looked. But I don't think anyone gets even above like 30 range, really.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be those four though in the 8.8 to 9.1, Maddie, like we always see the Maddie Keys all the way up to Caroline Garcia. Those
risk has got to be high too. This risk, dude.
I think VDZ and Cash will be over 50. GPP probably like 30, 40.
I'm all in, guys. I'm moving in with Sakari. We are going Maria Sakari.
I do think Sakari's a great player.
Let's fire her out.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about Hashanov yet. We've completely ignored him here at 9,500. I was like looking through. I think we've talked about almost every match.
Is that Karen?
Yeah.
He always plays. His
can't play a
matches are
dude
always
named
so
Karen.
long.
Exactly.
I'm never playing a dude named Karen.
He's selling Maddie.
I have to say that every week. I was like, I ain't playing a man named Karen.
That's every slate.
I can't do it.
He's just inconsistent. He's another one that the last 2 years has just gone down.
Big T also can't play a girl named Carrie in a baseball slate.
But who's his opponent, Susie? Like, isn't it a pretty easy matchup for him?
He's got, isn't it Thiago?
Thiago.
Yeah, I don't know him that well.
Thiago's like, I mean, he's another guy that's a clay guy, but I mean, we've seen Thiago come on hard courts and just beat people.
You got me dying.
Okay.
I said this risk, dude.
We just let it go, man. We just let it go.
Dog Slayer, you made fun of me. Yes, who did he make fun of? He made fun of one of my plays. I couldn't wait though. He said it was the worst play ever. And they put an 87 piece right up his ass. Who was it? Dimitrov. I don't know if it was a dude or a chick, but they rolled.
Big T comes in there and pins his response. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He said it was the worst play of all time or something.
Kudermatova,
like
we haven't mentioned her yet either. 9,900, just too much. There's way better people in the range. What do you think, Susie? You muted yourself.
You're on mute, Suze.
Kudermatova.
My bad. Sorry. I like Cooter. I like her to roll. She's probably somebody you get really low on too.
Yeah, I mean,
you like Zaneska?
No.
No, I like Cooter. I like Cooter too.
Yeah, I like her.
Oh, you guys got me dying.
I was stunned you guys were just
I mean, come on. This can't be real. You guys are messing with me.
Eric, any thoughts on
good.
Cooter Mitova?
I love Cooter.
I don't know who Cooter Matova is. Can we go back to the nickname? No, I think I like Cooter Matova today. She just didn't fit my build. Like, if you're going up there, I think if you're in kind of that range, cheaper or more expensive than Sakari, but cheaper than Berrettini, I think she's the play. Like, I'd play her over Jabeur. I might play her over Casper Ruud. I know Tony's gonna. Yeah, I'd definitely play her over Casper Ruud. I'd play her over Demuner. Like if I'm paying up, it's Kyrgios, Berrettini, then Cooter Matova, and then I'm going down to Sakari.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Tony,
it's really hard to get up to Isla or Coco. No interest there.
No, like I'd rather play Kyrgios or Berrettini.
Okay.
Tony, do you have anybody below 6K today, or are you just avoiding the 6K and below range when you just talked about that it's going to ship it for someone?
Yeah, I got my boy Timmy on my main team.
Oh, there he is.
You love that guy, man.
He's treated me good.
Like, crazy how much you love that guy.
Well, you keep talking about the final format. I think the best way to play the format is to play a cheapie for sure, because you can take one loss if they lose. If you're 5-roll, you're going to move on. So
yeah. No,
I like going that approach in the final for sure.
And that's one of the reasons I was thinking about Krunic for a while. It's just,
yeah.
It's just I don't think it's going to happen. I got 6 minutes. I've made worse decisions in 6 minutes.
I just think you don't need 6 winners in this format. So pick your 4 or 5 favorites and then just plug in the best plays that go with it.
How many seats do you got?
Just avoid double faults.
Okay. Yeah, that's why. Like, it was funny you said avoid double faults. I'm playing with a couple lineups right now, and I was glancing at Sakari's game log, and I'm like, okay, we're not going to go there in this format. I mean, double faults, like, she's averaging 8 a match. I mean, her last 3.
If you guys are looking down the 4K, and I'm just looking at it right now, and this is crazy. I'm going to say his name, but he beat him at Wimbledon. Why not Guerin?
I took Guerin. I like Guerin on the betting side. I'm just worried he doesn't get the full win.
I don't think he wins. I think Alex is way better player. I have no idea how he beat him at Wimbledon.
I like Guerin plus 7.5 games though.
But he can
just the RunPure guys are on that.
That's just
I
like
gave that
dart, but
so
we're on RunPure bets. That's one
Fred,
of my plays.
What do you think about Rodina versus Tomo? Because I'm never impressed with Tomo. I don't think she's a 10-5. I mean, Rodina's not a top level player by any means, but I don't think Tomo is either. Like, if you're in an MME format, you're throwing darts, I would probably take a shot at Rodina today.
You have to have a lot of lineups for me to. I mean,
you think Tomo's that good? I don't think.
No, but so Rodina, right? It's almost like the Snigner,
she's like
or how
on
we get her name. She's coming off the huge win, right? Because, well, I guess not. I just thought it was huge because I hit her at 8-1. So, but that was a Trevisan fade, right? I mean, sometimes when you're betting these people, you're just fading the top player. But she's coming off a win as an 8-1 dog, a pretty big victory for her so far. And then Tomljanovic, she can just keep getting the ball back. So, I mean, I guess I can see it. But I don't know. On these other ones, like I said, I like
the only reason I mentioned it is because the women's side has just been so damn crazy. Like, there's no consistency in any of these damn women whatsoever. It's like, if I'm gonna toss a dart at a cheapie, like, no offense to K-Fal, like, I probably wouldn't play Bonzi, but like, I'm gonna throw a dart at Mandalik. I would throw a dart at Rodina. Like I would take a cheap shot.
You're not gonna take Bruce, are you?
No,
Bruce is getting smashed.
No, I'm not playing Ruse.
Okay.
But I don't mind, or like even Kuzmova. I mentioned Kuzmova earlier against Rogers.
I got Kuzmova. I got Kuzmova in my other lineup, and listen. I may try. I don't like Tommel either, so I might as well take a chance on Rodina if I'm looking that way as well. I have no problem with it. I also, again, I think that Kyrgios is, as Tony said, he's in the best form of his life, but he also, I just know he can blow up anytime. So it's
100%. I mean, I get your point 100%. Just for me, the women's side over the last 3 months has been so crazy that
Tony and I talked about it this morning, and I was saying, like, this would what's amazing is that Ash Barty would probably win 40 majors in a row right now with the talent that's in this.
Except for the French, I don't think she can beat Egon Clay. Egon Clay's like on Nadal,
but
she's like female Nadal to me right now on Clay.
But all I'm saying is Barty is so much better and so much more talented than every single tennis player there is currently on the tour.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah, I can't argue that. All right, AP, we're almost done. Who's your 3 favorite players for the day before lock?
Yeah, so one of them is like no one's really talked about her, but Samsonova. She's been absolutely rolling. I think people are worried about her opponent there, but I think if you just go back and look at what she's been doing, it's like constantly straight sets. Everything looks good. All of her opponents look strong too recently, so I think she rolls today. And then I like Tommy Paul and Brandon Holt. A couple Americans there for Matty Ice.
Let's do
I have
it.
all
Eric,
three.
three
I have
favorite
all
players
three
today.
the opposite way. All 3 matches the opposite
Perfect.
way.
But you like Korda?
Yeah.
You tell me why you like Korda, please.
Just don't like Tommy Paul more than I like Korda. I'm gonna take
so
that match has
playing
5.
well.
That match has 5 sets
Oh,
written
yeah.
all over it.
Yeah, that's gonna go the
Korda.
distance.
Korda's gonna have 25. Gonna have 25 aces
I don't
with it though.
Dude, Tommy Paul's gonna beat the fucking brakes off him.
Tommy should crush him, but I mean, if you like just think logically, they probably should go the distance. But I
I
think
wonder if Tommy has problems if the 3-0 head-to-head starts creeping in his head, you know. Eric, who's your
Korda's gonna double fault.
I'm going to go with Fokina, Risk, and Woo.
Oh, there we go. All right, is that the Wu-Tang or Wuha got you on check? K Fowler.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited now.
Sakari, Wu, and Krejcikova.
Another vote for Wu. Big T, who's your 3 core?
Risk, the dude Risk, as I said. Woo, I'm on Woo with the people, and I guess my third one would be PCB, I guess.
If Wu does well, we're going to see a lot of RunPure.
I got Woo on both my finals teams. I feel good about Woo.
Maddie, who's your favorites?
Matteo Berrettini, Maria Sakkari, and David Bokina.
All right. Susie, who you like?
I got a lot of Wolf, Wu, and Holt.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot too. So, all right, guys. Well, it's about to lock. Any more words of wisdom for everyone before we get out of here?
Let's get it done.
All right. Remember, this is brought to you by RunPureSports.com. If you're not a member, and my guess is you are, but if you're not, head on over, use that promo code NFL15. Can't wait for the season to start. Big T, how much are you going to ship this year? I mean, I can't even imagine what it's like for you over in the Big T household getting ready for this NFL season.
Not as much as Kevin's going to ship.
Yeah, we'll see. We should have a leaderboard. Because Hoop would be at the top for this year, wouldn't he?
Hoop would always be at the top. He
that
definitely
guy's just crushing.
Yeah, he'd be at the top for sure. As far
that
as
guy's
money.
just humbly just counting cash. I mean, every time I see him, it's like screenshots.
Over the next week, we got to build the bankroll though with all these, with the big MLB ticket that's coming up, and then the massive NASCAR tournament coming up.
You've been stroking your salami to that NASCAR tournament for literally like 2 months. I can't wait till it actually gets here. What tournament?
This week. It's on Sunday.
This week. It's $500.
Yeah, I got 10 or 11 tickets.
Well, you better have 10 or 11 tickets. You've been talking about it for 2 months every slate.
Yeah. I got 10 tickets. I got to find 5 more tickets to max it out.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I got to go find some cooter. I'll see you later.
All right. On that note,
guys.
we will get out of here. RunPureSports.com and code NFL15 RunPure.